I went on a losing streak because I was forcing something that was not there and I was not sure where all my confirmations were. I just wanted to be able to say first trade of the new year, or this is how I started the new year. But instead, I'm making a video on how I'm starting the new year without an account because of these mistakes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deanna, and I'm the founder and CEO of Gilded Insights, Transforming Wealth Through Knowledge. As you can see from the title, what we're going to be discussing today, your girl has failed her first funded challenge. And after sitting back and just reviewing on my heart just to make a video of transparency, to share some things that I noticed of why I'm accountless today, so that you can avoid those same mistakes. And whether you're either in a current challenge or you're looking to get into one, hopefully these 3 tips can be very alarming or reaffirming for you as you're journeying in your challenge as well. The number one thing that caused me to lose my account was not managing my risk. There was a huge mistake that I made back in December, back in early December, that caused my account to get into a hole. And ever since, I just feel like I had been digging myself out of a hole. It is so important to manage your risk. Protect your capital and manage your risk. I think that's something that, of course, that's something that is already embedded in me. But sometimes we have these moments where even when we see the market going in our direction, we get so sure and I guess you could say antsy. And it's like, you know what? I only need this amount left to pass my challenge, or I only need this amount left to make my daily PIP goal or daily dollar amount. And so it's like, go big or go home. But sometimes when moments like this happen, it gives you that reminder to just take a few steps back and keep it simple, stupid. And keeping it simple, stupid is keeping it at risking no more than 1% of your account, period. 1% of your account. When it came to trading around that time frame, I feel like, and this is just for me, the way that I seen the markets, it seems like after election to me, just the markets were mad choppy. One thing I always noticed since I started trading was December is around the time a lot of traders tend to take a break. And I really didn't understand. I mean, I understood why, because it's like that mental reset going into the next year, taking that long break, and just returning back to the drawing board. But for me, being that this was my first account, I still showed up to the markets every day. But looking back, and even during, as I went back and was looking at my journal, that a lot of it was choppy and mistakes that I shouldn't have been in the markets, period. One of my quotes that I take oh so seriously, except I didn't this particular week, was, if I question it, sit it out. If any of my confirmations get questioned, just sit it out. And I did not do that. I was determined and I got in. And look at me now. Accountless, funded accountless. So managing your risk. Manage your risk. Do not risk no more than 1%. And I'm pretty sure that's just going to be mentioned in a lot more of my videos that I do make, because it's just such an important thing. And it's one thing to know it and study it. And sometimes it's another thing to make sure you're reminding yourself of that, even when the market is going in your direction or in your favor. You cannot risk no more than 1%. Mistake number 2, I was forcing trades. And the reason I say this is because me and my husband do have an 11-month-old as well. And she's been going through a growth spurt. She's growing. And all parents know that teething stage can be a lot. I was up with her in the middle of the night. She wasn't sleeping. It was like our schedule. We had such a regulated schedule, and she just hit that stage where it's like, okay, we're switching it up. So it's been really rocky as far as trying to get up to trade. Now, if you did see this podcast I did with Calvin and Forex Beginner podcast, I mentioned that my structure is getting up between 6 to 9. That's my trading time. I have my time with God, and then I'm trading in the markets. That has not been happening. And it started to get to a point where it was making me feel like I was getting frustrated or I was missing out, especially when you're getting. Now, there was a lot of times where I did get online and I seen a lot of, I guess you could say, more successful traders. And if they lost that same day that I lost, saying that the price action was bad, it didn't make me feel as bad because it's like, okay, they lost a little bit too. Not on a bad thing, but sometimes like it just is a reminder that it's okay. You know, people out here losing money every day. It happens. So during that time, I feel like I was just missing out, period. There's really nothing around it. I just feel like I was missing out on making money. I wasn't able to get up and it was starting to weigh on me. So it got to the point to where come January, it's the new year, everything's happening. And it's like, yeah, okay. Everyone started off their year good for the most part from what I see. I'm ready to get back in the markets. I have to pass this challenge. And then not to mention, there is a rule when you are doing funded challenges, there's a certain amount of days that you can go without trading before they breach your account. So I was hitting that mark. So I kind of needed to make a trade, whether it was win or lose. It was just one of those. I remember the first time I sat down, it was like, okay, I just need to be active and make a trade. And even then lost that one. That was my first trade of the year. Okay. Next time I remember sitting down, thought it was going to work in my favor. It didn't. Lost that one. I went on a losing streak, but I went on a losing streak because I was forcing something that was not there and I was not sure where all my confirmations were. I just wanted to be able to say first trade of the new year, or this is how I started the new year. But instead, I'm making a video on how I'm starting the new year without an account because of these mistakes. So for number 2, do not force trades. Confirmation is not there. If you're questioning getting into the trade, just don't take it. When you decide not to take a trade, it's a win because you didn't lose that day. So what's the opposite of losing? Winning. The third thing, with the time change and the schedule change that we're going through with our little, it's like I had to face the fact that I no longer can trade New York and London overlap. So if I wanted to get back into trading, I needed to figure out a session that fit my lifestyle, which would be around nighttime, Asian session. Maybe since I'm already up in the middle of the night, catching London Open. Well, here's the thing with that. I'm still tired in the middle of the night. She's up, but mommy and daddy is still tired, or daddy's still asleep because he has to work. So I'm not able to catch that session. So it only left me Asian. So I remember one night I marked up the charts with Asian, and I think I did take that trade and lost it. Either way, there was trades that I took. Like I was on a losing streak at the beginning of the year. Period. I was on a losing streak, so I did lose it 9 times out of 10. But it just had me feeling pretty defeated. So I just say all that to say, find a session that fits into your lifestyle instead of you trying to force one into yours, because it will not work out in your favor, because then it will trickle down to the other two. If you're a parent trader that's out there, please, I hope this encouraged you, because these babies are wild cards, and really within the first year for sure, you're really just operating on their schedule. So it can be a really hard balance. So I truly hope this encouraged you to just return back to the drawing board, take a deep breath, find a session that works best, or just don't trade at all for right now until you get back into your rhythm. We can't force these things, especially if you're doing a challenge. Just don't do it. So if you have made it to the end of this video, please like, subscribe, and comment below. What is your experience in trading right now looking like starting the year of 2025? If you're in a current challenge, how is it going? And if you're not, what's stopping you? Or if you're even about to enter into one, please let us know. I would love to see where you are in your journey, your trading journey at this time. I hope this video has encouraged you. Again, It was on my heart to make this video, to make my mistakes known, just so you can avoid making the same mistakes, especially being I just made a video on mistakes to avoid. Sometimes it's okay if we just need a reminder. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please hit that subscribe button for more and stay tuned. Let's transform wealth through knowledge.